Hi Leo, I hope you guys are doing great today. Welcome to your general messages for, I'm going to say the 15th to like the 21st. We're going to be doing love and career. I'm going to timestamp for career. I'm going to do one full spread for you and then one full spread for an energy that you're dealing with. It doesn't matter if you're together or not. You could be together with them now. Maybe there was somebody from your past. Somebody else's energy might often even comes up, even if you're in another relationship. It's just funny like that, how it works. Sometimes I get a lot of people like, why won't this person's energy leave me alone, you know? All right, so let's get right into it. I hope you guys are doing great today. Remember, these are general messages. Take what resonates, throw out the rest. Don't try to make it fit if it doesn't. Ooh, Leo. Ooh, we got Pandora's box as the first card. I want to talk about this for a minute. Those of you who don't know the myth with her, very maligned throughout history. And it means all gifted. Her name means all gifted. And Pandora lives within each of us, our curious nature, yearning to conquer chaos and evil and darkness with the light of knowledge, right? She's like that hopeful voice of our soul that asks the questions, and in doing so ends up triggering the process that brings on the answers, right? But sometimes it makes us feel very uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, because Pandora reminds us that this process of learning can take us to places that seem like the end of the world and really painful, but it's actually really, really positive for us. And I'm getting here, right, with this energy that there is definitely something stirring within you right now, Leo. Absolutely. Her presence invites you, though, here to just forego your belief in judgment, right? Because now is the time to surrender any misplaced guilt that you may have brought upon yourself or someone else. And it's just time to let go of any kind of like shame-based belief in punishment. Because, you know, and that's a belief that you deserve to be brought to task over any perceived imperfection, or that your natural human journey somehow renders you inadequate, which is sad and silly at the same time, right? This energy is all about freeing your soul from that kind of torment. And that's the gift here, because the human journey does involve learning through experience. So there's no shame in your learning process, right? I mean, that's what this is all about. So you getting this energy here is a sign of a new time, a time to swap the notion of inherent shame for the acceptance of inherent beauty, inherent divinity, inherent peace. Beautiful. I love it. Okay. So we have that working with, let's see what we get from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Go the distance. Okay. This is a good energy to get, because there's something that's going on right now where you're questioning whether you really even want to continue in something. Leo, there's no question in my mind that you're going through a lot of relationship stuff, keeping it real, even with your goals, because we had the solar eclipse happening on your axis of 5th and 11th house. And the 5th house is you guys. You guys are the landlord of the 5th house. That has to do with falling in love, romance, how you connect with your partners on a day-to-day. You know, what you really love to do. All of that. So that is working with the 11th house of your hopes and your goals and your wishes and where it is that you want to go in your life. So they're having to do with the solar eclipse. Something needed to be eclipsed out in order for something else to be replaced. Now, if that's not enough energy, because we have a relationship there in the 5th house, the Jupiter and Saturn conjunction is happening in your 7th house, which is a really good thing. Because the 7th house, what's going to be happening in the 7th house is there's going to be this need to bring together. Jupiter and Saturn are going to be sort of battling out, having a battle of the wells, right, for the next year for sure. And then Jupiter is going to step away from Saturn for a bit, and then Saturn will stay in that 7th house of relationships, of connections for you. It's really about figuring out once and for all, what does relationship even mean for you? And this is going to change. This is going to impact the trajectory of the next 20 years of your life. How the next 2 years go is going to impact the next 20 years of your life. And because this is happening, I'm talking about Leo rising signs. Most of you guys know when we talk house placements go according to your rising sign. Okay, if you're not sure what your rising sign is, just look up a free birth chart calculator. I do Western astrology, whole house system. Okay, I don't do, you know, sidereal. There are all different kinds of approaches to astrology. You just you look at whatever you want. I'm just telling you what I happen to follow, what I practice rather. Okay. So let's get into, and that's not to say that Leo suns and moons are not going to be feeling it as well. They will, just to a much lesser degree. Wherever your rising sign is, that's where the focus of the energy is going to be. To a lesser degree, the other one. So let's see what's going on. Something is definitely eating away at you right now, Leo, right now. So we have the past, present, the near future, the challenge or struggle, your block, and then a final outcome energy. All right, so let's see what you need to look at, right? There's this something you were needing to look at in the recent past, because the well does indicate you think you had all the answers, but you really didn't. There was like something something hanging out at the bottom of the well that needed to be looked at. Now, what I like about the well energy, it does indicate that you will get whatever it is that you were wishing for, that you're hoping for, that you're looking for, which is great, but you need to look more deeply at a situation and your motivations and really be very, very dead honest with yourself about this relationship. Then we have the mice energy in the current situation, which tells me that there is something deeply troubling you right now. It's like eating away at you. You know, that might sound dramatic, but you know what I mean? Like this gnawing away, gnawing away, gnawing away. Let's see. Okay. So, working with the well in the recent past, we have this idea. Ten of Pentacles is about maturity. It's about family. It's about focusing on inheritance, focusing on legacy, creating a family, starting a family, doing things together as a family. So maybe you guys are married. Are you talking about getting married? Because this is definitely a will you marry me energy. Let's get married. We are married. That kind of thing. Then we have this working with the Three of Cups in reverse, which is about irresponsible partying. This could be flirting with people, flirting with somebody online. Leo, maybe you were connecting with somebody online. Maybe your partner was, or maybe you both were. I don't know. I'm saying online just because of COVID, but there is this idea of like irresponsible flirting, partying too much. There's this idea of gossip as well. And then we have that working with the Four of Pentacles in the recent past in reverse, which is about feeling very vulnerable, being very concerned about the future, being scared of making that exact decision, definitely a poverty mindset. So you could be like super scared of the future, right? Where you're just scared of making a mistake, right? So you could be definitely scared of money, but also afraid that you would be making a mistake if you release some sort of connection here is what I'm seeing. But there's so much more to this, I'm feeling like, right? Because we have the mice, and the mice is just like, yeah, something is really eating away at you, eating away at you. And we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. The Ace of Wands in reverse is about rejection and a false start, delay, somebody just not being nice to you, somebody just being kind of brutal. So maybe you guys were in a bad space and then you tried to get it back together, but like, this person that you're dealing with, they just couldn't get it together and they were being mean, or maybe you were being mean to them. It could be that. This could also indicate, you know, maybe you were the relationship was, because there's definitely maturity and age here, but then maybe you were trying to get involved with another energy. Leo, I'm not judging, I'm just reading the cards. And it's deeply troubling you because it's almost like a false start. There was some sort of delay, some sort of rejection. Some sort of rejection here. Oh, and then we have Temperance. So the Temperance is about balance and harmony, patience, self-control, moderation. This is right now. Right now you're trying to temper something. You're trying to temper something while at the same time you feel this sense of like disappointment, this delay, this false start. But this could very well be with the energy that you're with, where again, if you guys were, you know, maybe you're married or you're in a weird space or things aren't going very well. Maybe somebody, you know, being irresponsible, flirting, feeling very insecure. It's really bothering you. You guys trying to get back on track, but you can't get back on track. But you're trying to temper the situation, but you can't do it alone. And we have this with the Nine of Pentacles. It's in the upright. The Nine of Pentacles. So this is about financial gain, focusing on things that you really love, focusing on being self-sufficient. There's very individual energy about this, I'm getting. Very interesting. Now, in the near future, we do have the Bridge. The Bridge can be indicative of a divorce, signing divorce papers. It could also be indicative of meeting up and getting married, right? Meeting in the middle to change a situation. But I do feel like it could be like getting together to sit down and realize that perhaps something needs to be ended as it was. Yeah, because we do have this working with the Nine of Cups in the reverse. So the Nine of Cups in reverse is about somebody just not putting in the work, somebody looking for quick results but not wanting to put in the work, right? So for example, if you're in a situation where you're married and counseling would probably be a good idea for you guys, somebody like, nah, I don't want to bother, I'm perfect, I don't need, the problem is you, that kind of thing. Or this might just be you just maybe losing the gumption for it, you know what I mean? Like that happens sometimes, right? It's just not what you want, because the Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment, you know, material abundance, which is coming true. This is just like not, this is not what you want. It's not what you want. We have the Two of Swords working here. Two of Swords is cross purposes, right? Time to compromise and make a decision. So there definitely needs to be a decision made here. And the Chariot is all about leaving a toxic situation and going towards your metaphorical home space. This is a Cancer energy. And Cancer does represent that metaphorical home space. Grounded, rooted, safe, secure, right? Is moving away of something that is not good for you. Now, what is your fear? Oh, no. This is your fear. So the dog means trusting oneself. Obviously, dogs are our best friend. This could also be indicative of you guys are a dog lover, or you have dogs and there's just a situation where you guys are needing to actually like leave a home. You may be very concerned about your dogs. It's like a direct, you know, moving them to another home. That's a direct interpretation. But the dog indicates like knowing something in your higher mind, like really you do have the answer, and it scares you that you know exactly what the truth is. This could also be what a therapist is telling you. If you're going to a therapist saying like it's done, or a really good friend who has your back, who knows you your whole life, that kind of thing. But this is your fear, this is your challenge and your block. Yeah, this is your challenge. Your challenge is the Star energy. Your challenge is in feeling hope about this situation and being able to gain any additional inner clarity in a way that you can feel a sense of renewal within this connection. You're just not feeling it. You're feeling super apathetic, and it's really getting in the way of you being able to feel satisfied in this, because you feel very unfulfilled, and this is a challenge for you. You know, it's because it really is time to just come to the realization here that there is an ending, and it's time to move on in order to transform yourself. But this is a challenge for you. So because it's a challenge, I feel like there's like this sense of stagnation and inertia and feeling stuck. So it's like, oh, you know, on the one hand, you're not feeling satisfied. You're feeling, you know, unfulfilled, but you're feeling stuck at the same time. Now, in the final outcome energy, we have obstacles, right? We have the mountains, which it does indicate obstacles. And we have this Five of Cups energy, which is this feeling of loss, regret, grief, feeling abandoned, feeling alone, unloved. And then we have the World reverse, which is about unfinished lessons, and there just being delays, and there just being some issues that you really can't see right now. Working with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, and this is about giving up too soon. But feeling like you put so much work into something without any reward, it's just like, oh, well, what's the point to it, though? So there may be something deeper here that you need to look at. You know, because I feel like, oh my gosh, I just feel like, Leo, I feel like you guys, first of all, on one hand, you're either beating yourself up or unfairly beating somebody else up. And when I say unfairly, I mean, this is not to say that somebody did not do or is not doing something that in your mind is not serving the relationship. But at the end of the day, it just might be who they are and how they feel. I hope that's clear, because I just with the Pandora'S gift, I do feel like there is this beating yourself up because of the way maybe you handled things in the past, being really unforgiving about the way that they're handling something, just sort of losing the gumption for the whole damn thing though. But the thing is, it's like there's something unfinished about this connection. And so therein lie, and because we have this Five of Cups, you're going to be, now I do want to say this Five of Cups energy can very often comes up, this feeling of loss and regret, and I feel unloved, and I feel unloved and alone, is because of fear. It's because of fear, where it's like you don't know what's on the other side of the newness yet, and so you're just feeling like very, very scared, right? But this is like in the obstacle, right, of you feeling this way. Yes. Wow, I mean, that is a very clear energy. It's very textured and very specific, if that makes sense. Okay, let's see what's going on for them. And then we have to go the distance. So you want to make sure, like, you're not giving up on something too soon, Leo. I do feel a very strong energy of apathy, though. It's like, I just don't feel fulfilled in this anymore, kind of thing, But it's not that the love's not there. It's like they're just not. It's like you're identifying that they have some sort of issue going on. And the communication is not the best right now, is what I'm seeing here. Oof. This is from their perspective, okay? Their perspective, Leo. Subjective read. So you could sit here and be like, hell no, that's not what's going on. But it's from their perspective. We're starting out with flowers. Now this is how they're seeing the relationship. So this is in the past. Accolades, showing you affection in their mind. They were. Okay. Right now, they're very focused on their safety, feeling grounded and rooted in something. So we have the Son of Pentacles. This would be equivalent to the Knight of Pentacles, which is a reliable energy, very patient, very hardworking. They're very, they feel like they put a lot of work into the relationship. They feel like they showed you love, they showed you appreciation. And we have the Two of Wands in the reverse, which indicates plans falling apart, things falling through. We have this working with the Hierophant energy, having to do with expectations and conformity, convention, tradition, right? It's kind of like that Hierophant can have to do with honoring the sacred in your relationship, right? But it fell apart. Now, what I'm getting from their energy is that they feel like they really wanted this to work, but it fell apart. And it's almost like they can't really even see clearly why it fell apart, where it fell apart. Well, right now they're focused on feeling anchored in their emotions and in how they feel and understand something. So we have the Nine of Swords in reverse, Nine of Wands rather in reverse, and this is about feeling very defensive, Still having faith in something, still having faith, but feeling very defensive, feeling a little paranoid as well. There's something about what's gone on in this dynamic with you that they don't trust. And then we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. And this is about rest and recovery and healing, relief. Them feeling better right now about something regarding your relationship. It's like I feel like they're very focused on taking care of themselves right now. We have this working with the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords is a, very much a self-imposed isolation, imprisonment kind of thing. So, this is the energy that comes up when it's like, oh, you know what? I guess I don't even belong with that energy anymore. Like, I don't think I even belong in that. I did at one point, but I don't anymore. That kind of thing. And it does seem like that's where they're at right now. However, they're having a hard time releasing you from their energy. So that's something to pay attention to, because I get very strong that you're still in their energy. However, they're very focused on taking care of themselves because they feel like something was unfair that went on with you. In the near future, we have the key. The golden key is all about being open and honest, or are you not? Like, it's how honest are we going to allow ourselves to be? How honest are they going to allow themselves to be? Do they want to bother with the communication? Or they want to, is it's the idea of whatever needs to be discussed and addressed having to do with this love. If it's not addressed, it's going to be held within this golden cage inside their soul. Do you know what I mean? And this is the fun. So it feels like there still needs to be some sort of resolution, even if you guys are not together right now. But we have this working, let's see what the hesitation is here. We have this working with the Father of Swords in reverse. So in their mind, they don't trust you. In their mind, they think that this will end up being like a manipulative kind of situation. They think that you're not completely honest. This is almost like a corrupt bribe, manipulating, say what you need to say to get out of a situation. That doesn't mean it's true. It just, what I'm getting is that that's how they're seeing things right now, right, in the near future. And we have this with the Seven of Pentacles. They're just being very patient. They're working hard. It's all about delayed success for them, focusing on the things. But then I feel like there is going to be this communication that comes in. There's a very positive energy, news arriving, it incites this speedy action, this very strong foundation, this need to move forward in a very particular way. So there's going to be conversation, but it's shocking. This is like a surprising kind of energy, But it's Jupiter and Gemini. So there's very positive communication. Jupiter, luck and expansion, Gemini, communication. Really. But let's see what the challenge... the challenge is their emotions and their fear. They're afraid. The moon rules Cancer. Cancer's all about home. They're scared. They're scared they're not going to feel safe and secure with you. We have this working with the Mother of Swords. This is all about truth and honesty. They're just afraid that some sort of truth is... They're afraid of telling themselves the truth. They're afraid that you are not being truthful. This is very interesting because I'm getting this mixed both ways. Fascinating. They're afraid of ego. They're afraid of your ego. The strength of reverse. This is you guys, right? So they're just afraid of probably just like the shadow manifestation of you. It could be, right? But this is about just discord, right? Discord, arguments, self-sabotage. They're afraid that if they end up entertaining something with you again, it's going to end up being a self-sabotaging thing. They could also be in a space, though, of sabotaging themselves by not opening themselves up to the relationship. Oh my gosh, this is like, I'm getting a very spiral type of energy here. Very interesting. Another fear, Father of Pentacles. Okay, solid practical energy, right? Very afraid of this. Now, this could have to do with money. This could have to do with mental, physical, emotional connection. They're afraid that this is not going to be a solid and practical choice or option or result for them at the end of the day. And this is deeply disturbing to them, which was very interesting, though, is this is already written, and it's already written, right? I mean, the story's already written. It's in the stars. Not to sound cheesy, but that is what this means. This is very destiny-driven. Everything... I mean, destiny's at play here. Everything is happening the exact way it can be. Now, you guys may be some sort of karmic situation here where you're soulmates, right? But soulmates often, you know, you're going to know your situation the best. Soulmates, as I often say on my channel, are really, it's about learning lessons. And sometimes they're in our life for a season, 2 seasons, 10 seasons, 20, even more, right? However long it takes to learn the lessons, right? We do have this idea of the Seven of Swords. This is about theft, betrayal, dishonesty, running away from something, not wanting to deal, not wanting to show up and do the work. And then we have this working with the Six of Wands in the reverse. This is about retreating after failure and giving up and feeling very low on the confidence. Feeling very low on the confidence. They just don't feel like it's going to be able to work. They just don't feel like it. They feel very rejected. They're afraid of this false start, this delay. But this is the near future. Something that it's like they vibe that it's coming though. But it's about this rejection, this false start. Leo, I got to tell you, I mean, it does seem like even though you guys are supposed to have this experience, let's just say for argument's sake, it is for some sort of karmic lesson. I'm not buying it. I got to tell you, I'm not buying it. I have to pull more cards because I feel like something has been done here. Somebody feels guilty. Somebody has been wronged here. Maybe you both were. But the communication is just lacking integrity and honesty. And because of that, it's serving as this huge barrier that's getting in the way of what's supposed to be the beautiful part of this relationship. It's like fear. Because we got the go the distance. It's like... Release the guilt, release the shame. Don't place the guilt, don't place the shame. Figure out what's necessary to go the distance. But it's so interesting because I see, like, I don't know if it's just during this time period that, you know, because this is only for a week after all. Like, karmic relationship. Stabbed in the back. Yeah. Okay. Golden mirror. Self-absorbed narcissist. One-sided relationship. Love bombing. We have, and that could be you, that could be them, it could be a little bit of both of you. We have seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Sunglasses, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception. Somebody might be stalking. They might be stalking you on social media if you guys are not together right now. Karmic relationship, resentment, lessons, letting go and loving you, fleeting triggers, turmoil. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. Wow. I want to pull some cards and go the distance, please. Because that, quite frankly, is tripping me up. I'm trying to understand this. We have the Seven of Wands. Okay. So, all right. So we have the Seven of Wands. Very self-defensive. Looking to protect oneself. We have the Four of Pentacles. I mean, feeling so vulnerable. Such in a place of self-protection. So vulnerable. Poverty mindset when it comes to connection. Feeling very defensive. But then we have the Eight of Cups in reverse, which is actually really good energy. Fully learning from the past and someone coming back. Wow. Five of Cups in reverse. Moving on. Forgiveness, hope, returning, recovery. Can I tell you what I'm thinking, Leo? I'm almost thinking like, and I'm not laughing at you, it's so clear. It's almost like, I'm called to say theatrics, and it's just so funny that you guys are Leos, you guys are the 5th house of creativity and like that of the entertainer. That's not even why I'm saying this. It's almost like all of this nonsense and drama and chaos because of vulnerability and insecurity and shame and not addressing the important things and just being like naked and honest with each other and wasting all of this stupid time only to find out at the end of the day that you guys are going to end up back together. It's your story, it's not your story. If I didn't get your story this time, Leo, I'm sorry. Maybe I get you next time, but man, that is clear as day. As complex as that was, it was very obvious. Oh my goodness. Leo, Leo, Leo. Yeah, so anyway, now we're going to move on to money and career. Now, I'm saying money and career. It could be your career, but anything, even anything having to do with money at all, like inheritance, insurance, settlement, payout, stock money from the stock market, from an investment, selling of a home, signing of a lease, your partner's money, if you guys are married, you know, in a relationship, anything like that, anything where there's money coming to you, either through your own hard work, that would be 2nd house, or through someone else giving it to you, that would be 8th house. Okay. Okay, so trying some different strategies and taking a chance. Something ending. Well, I like the Tower and Lenormand. I like that you got that as the near future, because that tells me that you're going to be supported, which is nice. Now, this could also have to do, again, with divorce, child support, alimony, anything like that, okay? If that's where you're at, right? Everybody's at a different space. So let me just pull the cards, and then we'll interpret everything. Okay, good. All right, so we're starting off with the Labyrinth. This is like trying different things, different strategies. So maybe you're trying to sell something, you know, how you try different buyers, trying to get different investors. This could be trying different jobs, putting out different applications, different CVs or resumes. This could be trying different strategies having to do with a legal situation, dealing with different lawyers, you're trying to sell your home, different realtors, different things, right? Trying to do however it's resonating with you. Now, in the recent past, what happened? Page of Wands, right? Page of Wands in reverse. This is like false start, delay, rejection of something. So maybe somebody decided to not re-sign a contract, or somebody, maybe you got fired, you decided to quit. There was an ending of something, some sort of, if there was a settlement, maybe it was rejected. Something was definitely rejected. But you're very aware of what you need, which I like, right? The Queen of Cups is Gemini and Cancer, so it's talking about what's needed. It's talking about what is necessary for you to have what you need. So I really like this, because this is a very supportive energy, and you're getting very clear on what it is that you need. Now we have the Strength energies. You want to make sure, and this is you guys in reverse, so we want to make sure that ego does not, and may have been an issue in the past. Now, you might have been dealing with somebody who was just like an egomaniac, who had this crazy abuse of power. You may have been in this space of fear. You may have self-sabotaged yourself, having to do with some sort of agreement or some sort of financial situation, something like that. Or this could be somebody doing this that you're dealing with, right? Somebody was sabotaging a situation for themselves, and then you ended up being on the receiving end of it. So this is the energy I have in the recent past. And right now, we have you taking a chance on something. So this is good. Well, what's the chance? Okay, typically this does mean that it's going to go well. Okay, things you're going to have to deal with. Temperance in reverse. Disruptive energy, chaos, feeling out of control, not in control of a situation. Not a comfortable energy for a Leo to feel. All right, it's temporary. It's not going to last, though. We have the Hangman in the reverse. So what this is telling me is you're in a space feeling like you got the lousy end of the stick in something, right? Because this can give a feeling of like you feel like a victim, like somebody was a traitor, somebody's being very selfish. Now you might be, or this could be an energy that you're dealing with. But I like that we get the Three of Pentacles, Mars and Capricorn. This is a good energy because Mars is that warrior planet where it's all like, come on, let's go, fresh path, a new perspective, right? Mars rules Aries, and it's in Capricorn, which is all about work. Capricorn rules the 10th house of work. So I do like that. I call this the architect energy. It's like, yeah, this is what we're going to do. This is where we're going to go. So you're feeling out of control, right? You're feeling like you got the lousy end of the stick in a situation, but it looks like you're going to be figuring it out right now, right? I like the Three of Pentacles in the upright. This is really good. Now, in the near future, it does look like, though, you're going to be deciding to end something so that you can transform it in another way, right? So we do have the coffin energy is about that. It's about something ending as it was so that it can be transformed and moved into another direction. And I think it's going to go well because this is a very beautiful energy of being very supportive. So you're going to be surrounded by a lot of support. You're going to have what you need and you're going to be making money, which is good. Okay, you're going to be putting in some hard work. Be patient. The money's here, though. So I really like that. Fabulous. And then we have the 10 of coins. Awesome, awesome. This is about maturity of your money. So this can be maybe cashing out on some sort of investment, selling something, a piece of property, right? And that maturing where you're getting that money. This could be a deepening of connection having to do with some sort of business situation that you have going on. This could indicate the culmination of a lawsuit that you have going on, right? Because again, it's the maturity of something, right? Leading to the next space. So something's over. It's like some sort of nonsense having to do with money. Now, what's your challenge? The challenge is like, okay, now what? Right? Because it does that's a new cycle. It's the messenger energy, right? This messenger comes in, and this is your challenge. This is your block. Your challenge is going to be like, all right, what do I grow now? Like, what do I do? Right? This is feeling like maybe at the end of the day, you still may feel like your resources are limited. So maybe you had some sort of investments and you had to cash them out. And now you feel like, okay, now I don't have that money working for me still. It could be that. It just could be this fear that you feel about growing and expanding your money, expanding your resources. Because the Empress is the mother of the Tower, right? I mean, she's all about it. She's Venus. She's sheer Venus. So Venus has to do with money. It also has to do with self-esteem. It has to do with love. It has to do with growth. And so your fear is that it's like, okay, now what do I do? Now where am I going? So we have this working with the Chariot reverse. This is as a challenge. This is giving up, losing direction, making some poor choices. Oh, this is your fear. Your fear is about you. You're just scared of making a mistake. You're very scared about making a mistake, yeah. Because this is a fear as well. Thinking strategically, being very intentional. Keep taking your heart out of it. That's not easy for a Leo, even though Leos are all fire and stuff. This is like very mental. Take your fire out, take your cups out. This is all about swords. That's it. Take Pentacle out. Like really just thinking very logically. Very logically. And that might be a challenge for you right now because there are other things getting in the way of you being able to just go like think mental, right? From a mental perspective. So final outcome energy, we have the Tower. Tower is about being protected by some sort of institution, corporation. So this could be a bank. This could be, like maybe you're getting the money, you're getting the financer. You're getting hired, anything having to do with like a large group of people, corporation, company, something like that. You're going to be getting, but it's very supportive. You're going to be getting the support that you need. Some sort of institution as well. So some of you may actually be getting some help, financial help from a partner as well. We have the Two of Wands working with this, which is about waiting for the results and making a choice once the results come in. So you may have been, maybe you made a decision, maybe you sold something, you're making a decision to go off in a new direction, right? Because this is a Mars and Aries energy, and so Mars is like fresh path, new perspective, and Aries, and it rules Aries. Aries is like, come on, let's go. Let's start this new path in our life, Definitely an energy that comes up a lot when we're talking about moving. So maybe you sold something, you cashed something in, or maybe you're needing to move for work. We have the King of Wands, very nice, bold energy, charming, courageous. What I like about this, though, it's like you're moving forward with this passion, and it's going to end up helping you feel very secure and safe in something, which is really good. And then we have this working with the Ten of Wands in the reverse, which is way better than in the upright, because this is about taking a break, finally feeling free, feeling lightened up. So, maybe you were like feeling really weighed down by some lawsuit, by a divorce, by the need to sell something, by the need, something maybe in your life that you were able to sell off. It was just like, it ended up weighing you down more than, it was worth. And you're just feeling like finally free from something. Just finally feeling free from something. Yeah, Taurus. So good, right? We have resources. 8th house. So yeah, I feel like, there's a sale of a property, or there's some sort of settlement, or some money coming in from your partner. Could certainly be that. Mars energy, fresh path, new perspective. You're very focused on the new, moving forward. Big change here. Leo. Yeah. Your goals are changing too. I mean, maybe COVID did it. Maybe the relationship situation did it. But definitely, yeah, you're moving on. Bye. Sagittarius is like, travel. I want to go. Adventure. Let's go, just leave. So you may just be going on a vacation somewhere just to check it out. Maybe you're going to see about maybe moving to a place. Definitely avoid, it's the Voyager energy. Travel. Foreign lands, foreign cultures. Feeling very enthusiastic about it though. So, yeah. Okay, guys. That is what I have for you. I hope this was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.